This is the power of silence after you've been disrespected by a narcissist. Ever noticed how the real kicker isn't the way they treated you, but your response? Yeah, it's not the disrespect or betrayal. It's the fact that you didn't give them the drama they were craving. They thought they could push your buttons, get a reaction, but instead you hit them with something they didn't expect: silence. Imagine that for a second, your calm, icy response. While they were waiting for you to shout, argue, or lash out, you chose nothing. And that's when the real power comes in. Silence is a weapon that strikes where words can't. It leaves them questioning everything, wondering if they ever truly knew you. Stick around, because in today's video, we're going to break down why your silence is the most powerful move you can make in these situations. They thought they could get away with it, didn't they? They mocked you, laughed in your face, but you stood strong. They have no clue what's coming next. The first round over. What's really going to hit them is what comes after this. And you've already come out on top. The win? It's in your silence. While they drown in their arrogance and ignorance, you're letting them stew in it, letting their own actions haunt them. It's when they're alone with their thoughts that your quietness becomes their worst nightmare. Every moment without you reacting, without a word from you, it's like a constant weight pressing down on them. They'll lay there, thinking about what they did, replaying it over and over, and all they'll hear is your silence. That silence, it's screaming louder than anything you could ever say. They won't be able to shake the regret. The more time goes by, the more they'll realize what a mistake they made. And all of that will sink in with nothing from you. You've won this battle just by saying nothing, by not giving them the satisfaction of knowing how you feel. They'll crumble in their own heads, letting their guilt grow. You didn't have to do a thing, except stay silent. They think they can just walk away, that you'll let it slide. But here's the thing. Silence, it's the most lethal revenge. You don't need to shout, cry, or beg for answers. That's what the weak do. The real power lies in holding your ground, staying calm, and letting them misjudge you. Let them think they can just move on. They'll be the ones left broken because of their own actions, while you stay untouched. See, people expect a fight. They want drama. They thrive on conflict. But you took that away from them. By staying silent, you leave them wondering. You've turned the tables, and now their own thoughts are their enemy. The more they think about it, the more they'll shrink. Every time they relive the disrespect, they'll feel smaller, weaker, and they won't know what you'll do next. You've become this enigma to them. Untouchable, something they can't understand or control. And your silence, that's their biggest fear. Let's face it, they never respected you. They thought they could walk all over you. But here's the reality. Respect isn't something you shout about. It's earned in those moments of silence, when you say nothing and let your actions speak louder than words. Let them celebrate their small victory now. Let them think they've won. But over time, that joy will fade, and they'll realize it wasn't worth it. Something shifted in you, and by the time they realize their mistake, it'll be too late. Your silence. It's not just hitting them, it's burying them slowly, bit by bit. It hurts, doesn't it? When those you trusted throw you aside, that sting cuts deep. But you know what? Pain is something you can turn into strength. Use it. Don't let it break you. Let it make you stronger. They want to see you break, but you're not going to give them that. The moment they see you crack, that's when they've won. But you're not handing out victories. You've got the power here. They don't. So let them think they've got the upper hand. Let them enjoy this brief moment of glory, because when all is said and done, they'll be the ones living with the consequences, haunted by their own actions. When they come crawling back, begging for your forgiveness, you'll know you've already won. It was in the silence all along. And when that moment arrives, when they finally realize what they've done, don't even utter a word. Just give them a look, a smile maybe. Then walk away. Your silence will say more than anything you could say. People have this twisted view of power. They think it's all about who can shout the loudest, who can make the biggest mess. But that's desperation, not power. True power, it's quiet, it's subtle. It doesn't need to scream to be felt. It's like a ticking time bomb, silent, unnoticed, until it's too late. Right now, that's you. You're sitting back, letting them think they've gotten under your skin, letting them believe they've won. But you're not broken. You're not defeated. You're just getting started. And as time goes on, that silence of yours is tightening around their necks, and they won't even know what hit them. They think they understand you, like they figured you out, but the truth is, they don't have a clue. They can only see what's in front of them, missing the bigger picture. What they don't get is that you've rewritten the rules. You're not playing by their standards anymore. You're creating your own. And in your world, silence is your sharpest weapon. Your silence is not a sign of weakness. It's your most powerful move. When they disrespected you, they were waiting for you to react, to lose your temper, to give them something to use against you. But you didn't give them that satisfaction. Now they're left alone with their own thoughts, uncertain of when the consequences will catch up to them. And trust me, it will come, but quietly, like a shadow in the night, unannounced and unavoidable. Have you ever noticed how uncomfortable silence makes people? It unsettles them, makes them uneasy. That's because silence forces them to confront their own truth. When you're silent, it's like holding up a mirror to their flaws, showing them everything they hide from the world. And they can't stand that. They'll try to fill the silence with excuses, lies, or fake apologies. But you don't owe them anything. You let them squirm in that silence. Let them feel every second of their discomfort. And here's the kicker. They're driving themselves mad, trying to decode your silence. They're replaying every moment, looking for a clue, wondering if you're plotting revenge or just biding your time. It's eating them alive. Meanwhile, you've already moved on. They don't even occupy your thoughts anymore. Revenge isn't always about getting back at them. It's sometimes about doing absolutely nothing. The best way to make them pay is to step away and let them face the wreckage of their own actions. People like that destroy themselves. They are their own worst enemy. All you need to do is watch from a distance as they unravel. While they crumble, you rise. Every insult, every slight, they're just fuel for your growth. But don't waste that energy on them. Use it to better yourself. Build something great, something they'll never have the power to take from you. And don't think for a second that you've let them off the hook. Your silence is their punishment. As they watch you thrive, completely unaffected, it will hurt more than any confrontation could. They thought they could break you, but what they didn't expect was for you to walk away and never look back. What breaks them is realizing that you don't need them. They thought they meant something to you, but in reality, they're just irrelevant. That's the truth that destroys them. Here's the thing. You don't need to lift a finger. The absence of your presence will torment them forever. They'll try to suppress it, but they'll always find a way to resurface, relentlessly gnawing at their conscience, a permanent echo of their wrongdoings. They can't outrun it, and the most incredible part, you've already moved forward. You're living fully, pursuing your goals, while they remain trapped in their guilt and self-loathing. That's the true power here. You don't need to do a single thing. Let your quiet be the loudest statement. They'll be the ones fixated on how you feel. They crave knowing that they've left an impact on you, but you no longer require anything from them. That's what makes you unshakable. No matter what, some people will try to drag you down, but what they don't realize is that their attempts are simply reflections of their own insecurities and fears. They're terrified, afraid that you'll see through their facade, scared that you've surpassed them in ways they can't handle. That's why they'll try to pull you into their negative energy. But not you. You're untouchable. You've gained mastery over your emotions, your thoughts, and your path in life. And that's what unsettles them. Let them stay entangled in their own self-doubt while you soar above it. Every time they think of you, the only thing that will be clear is this: they never had control over you. Your silence echoes this truth, reminding them that you're stronger than anything they could ever be.